Hi, chat. Hi, chat. We're Steinz Gate. Steinz Gate. Oh, I turned my phone down. Shut up. Hi, Ace. What do you...
Cracker Barrel's gone woke.
Real. God.
Do you want to go to a Cracker Barrel? It's woke now. We're allowed.
I don't know.
So woke.
What'd they do?
Oh, they stood up for Pride. Like,
Ooh.
today or yesterday.
Nice.
People are really mad about it.
Yeah, me too.
Apparently they built a bunch of benches at parks that are rainbow colored so people can like sit and talk to each other.
Oh, that's fucked up. Why would they do that?
Dude, Cracker Barrel's gone woke, dude. I'm sorry to interrupt your stream.
It's okay, it just started.
I know.
It's been 2 minutes.
It's been 2 minutes, we're already doing the Cracker Barrel controversy.
Fucked up. Fucked up.
Okay, I'll go back. Goodbye.
Okay, bye. I miss when Ace was here. Oh my god, Ace is in my chat. I'm drinking root beer. I just spilled a little on myself. That was, you guys didn't see that. But it happened. It happened. I almost bought strawberry milk yesterday. I was looking for it in the store, and I couldn't find it. I was really upset about it because I really wanted some. Fucked up. It's at Stu's. I was at, it was a marketplace I was at in, it was like a 40-minute drive. I didn't go just for strawberry milk. I went for other reasons, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go to this store that had strawberry milk last time I was here. Yeah, in location. It was within 10 minutes of an IKEA. So, any IKEA out there, it could be in a 10-mile radius, or 10-minute radius. I did catch up to where I was last time. Yeah, I'm live streaming from Sweden right now. Oh fuck, why are you talking? How do I open the chat log? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. But yeah, since last time I tried to stream, my save didn't work. I had to go through the whole thing again. But I'm where I was now. And I don't remember what was happening. Yeah! It was, I think it was in like this backlog is really helpful. Wow. I did save this time. I did it a couple days ago. But I saved, and this is where I was. This backlog is so helpful. It's there's this woman who's obsessed with finding an IBM 5100. Yes, she is. She came into my house at some point because my TV was ready and needed to be picked up. Suza leaps up as soon as I speak. An IBM 5100? You know about them? Yeah. I see. So the IBM 5100 legend is famous, huh? Maybe that retro PC is more popular with female otaku than I thought. Yeah, that's it. I heard the urban legend from someone. How much do you know about it? I actually tried looking for an IBN 5100, but in the end I came to the conclusion that there isn't one in Akiba. I see. Well, that's true. You sound like you know something. She has the one that's in Akiba. Eh? Well, I do and I don't. I guess. I don't know about it personally, but I happen to hear about it from a knowledgeable acquaintance of mine or something like that. Aha, aha, ha. Another insincere smile. I'm starting to think she's not a very good liar. You can tell she's lying whenever she smiles like that. Sure enough, she doesn't offer any other information. She just keeps that insincere smile plastered on her face. Who are you? Ha. Suza falls back down onto the counter with a deep sigh. She looks up at me from that position. I was thinking of giving you a bunch of interesting information on the IBM 5100. But when you look at me like that, I don't feel like it anymore. I'm not even interested in the IBM 5100. I'm more concerned with SERN right now. Solving one of Akiba's mysteries won't topple the organization's resume, after all. Regime. You don't have a shred of credibility. I have no way of knowing if that interesting information of yours is true or not. Wow, that's harsh. Well, I admit I am acting kinda suspicious. I won't tell you, but I'll give you a hint. And then you'll writhe in agony when you can't figure it out. Truth is, the IBM 5100 has a hidden function. A hidden function. That reminds me, I'm pretty sure the John Teeter lol from 2000 said something like that. I searched through my memories. If I remember correctly, the IBM 5100 can do something or other with a proprietary programming language. No way! How did you know? Tell me! Tell me! I only vaguely remembered, but it looks like I hit the mark. I grin. It's another one of my powers. Leading question, I can read your heart of hearts. What? No fair. For some reason, Suzuha covers her face with both her hands. She opens her fingers just enough to peek at me. That's not enough to escape my power. I see everything, Amane Suzuha. Resistance is futile. Anyway, the IBM 5100 has a hidden function. It can decipher IBM's proprietary programming language, which was written before APL and BASIC became widespread. Isn't that surprising? Now I remember, John Teeter lol said the same thing in 2000, and right after that an IBM engineer officially admitted to that function's existence. Now, it's a dead programming language that can only be deciphered with an IBM 5100. The reason Teeter traveled to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100 was because he needed that function. Maybe Moeka wants to use it too. Or maybe not. Shining Finger doesn't seem like the type who'd know about that sort of function. That's why IBM 5100s are so rare. While talking, Suzuha keeps dropping her glance to the metal pin in her hand. She rolls it around with her fingers. I guess that's a habit of hers. So IBM 5100s are super rare. Maybe if I got one, I could sell it for a high price. That could be a good way to raise research funds. But first, I have to deal with SERN. Yo, John Teeter! Life in 2036 is very different from what it is today. Most people live on farms, growing their own food. All forces of commerce and communication are restricted. There's no travel, no internet, no railroad even. Most people never see another town, let alone a city. Science continues to advance, of course, but the vast majority of people do not benefit from that progress. Technology belongs only to those chosen by SERN and the Committee of 300. It's very peaceful, at least on the surface. There's none of the conflict you see in this era. There's no war? How is that possible? How did SERN resolve the situation in the Middle East? What have you got against world peace? Sounds to me like SERN is doing humanity a favor. This Teeter guy stole a time machine from SERN, didn't he? He's the bad guy here. Die in a fire, terrorist scum. The world in 2036 is governed by SERN. All nations, even America, have disbanded their armies. To put it simply, civilization has returned to an 18th century level of technology and exists under a communist system of government. Except now, that system works flawlessly. Right now, you should be asking yourself how that is possible. How does a system of government that collapsed in the 20th century exist without any discontent? And the answer to that question is the reason I am here. Yes, I am a terrorist. There are others like me who fight against SERN, who thinks of ourselves as the resistance, but there is no denying that our actions are a kind of terrorism. Anyway, I want to hear more about the many worlds interpretation. You said it's been proven by 2036. How? I knew you were a terrorist. How many of them have you murdered? What if my kids are among them? Maybe I should really kill your father. Protect the future. Stop beating around the bush. Give us answers. You're one of those old men who participated in the student riots, are you? Filled your head with a bunch of bullshit, and now you can't tell fact from fiction. Am I right? Delicious nationalist tears. SERN probably figured it out. They've got a time machine to experiment with, right? That would make you know better than Teeter. If you're willing to face the consequences, then go right ahead. Teeter, question. How did World War III take place? Did World War III take place as scheduled? Why did you come to this particular time? Did you find an IBM 5100? Is John Teeter plugging for the commies? I thought that went out of style years ago. I thought Teeter was crazy, but this Hoyoin guy is even crazier. Get a room, guys. World War III, LMAO. Isn't there supposed to be an IBM 5100 in Akiba? As I've already explained, my goal in this time is to change the future. I am posting here to warn you of what's going to happen. Perhaps convergence will render my efforts meaningless, but if even one person pays attention, that's enough. World War III? Is that something I said on a different world line? I would like to talk to you in private. Please email me when you have the time. Of course, if anyone else would like to email me, feel free. Serious inquiries only, please. All I've been getting is hate mail. Here's my address once more. John Teeter, E.G. Web, N.E.I.P. Or G.P. 20 hours have passed since Dara started hacking. Night gives way to a refreshing summer morning. I glance at Dara while browsing @channel on my phone. He's fidgeting even more. Now his legs are like pistons. His knees move up and down in harmony with the rat-tat-tat of his keyboard. Dara hasn't slept in about 40 hours, but he still won't get off the computer. I was going to ask him if he'd like a break, but his entire body is exuding an aura that says, don't talk to me. I curl up a bit and return to my phone. My discussions with John Teeter just aren't making sense. Not even Teeter himself seems to know about the Teeter from 10 years ago. It's hard to imagine that everyone on @channel is conspiring against me. But how else can I explain it? Out of options, I decide to email Teeter directly, just as he told me to. He audaciously exposed his own address on @channel. I guess that's his way of saying, bring it on. In my email, I question the differences between his posts now and his posts 10 years ago. The current Teeter hasn't even acknowledged the latter. I only vaguely remember them, but they basically went like this. In 2015, World War III breaks out. In 2036, the world is contaminated from nuclear warfare. You traveled from 2036 to 1975 to obtain an IBN 5100. The IBN was necessary to revive technology lost in World War III. The IBN 5100 has a hidden function, the ability to read IBN's proprietary computer language, which predates APL and BASIC. But only certain IBN engineers are aware of that function, so it does not appear in the manual. In 1998, Teeter meets his younger self and his parents in America. John Teeter was a soldier who volunteered for this mission. John Teeter is an American. Lol. Furthermore, in 2000, Teeter correctly predicted the outcomes of some of these future events. The Peruvian coast earthquake in 2001, the election of a new pope, the outbreak of the Iraq War, China's advances in space, and so forth. This is how you described yourself 10 years ago. Why have you changed your story? Though he only talked vaguely about each one, they all came true. On the other hand, other predictions went unfulfilled. For example, the Y2K bug, civil war in America, cancellation of the Beijing Olympics, the inauguration of America's first female president in 2009, and so forth. There's more, but let's leave those aside for now. I'm going to ask him why these predictions didn't come true. Also, most of your predictions from back then didn't come true. If you're from the future... Girl, I was reading that. Sorry for the sudden mail. If you're from the future, why didn't your predictions come true? I'd appreciate a satisfactory explanation. Alright, let's send it now. If he can't answer to my satisfaction, then the current tutor is an imposter. Oh my gosh! This is your litmus test, John Teeter. Heh. So what are your true colors? Good morning! Mayuri comes in. Looks like she's forgiven us for experimenting on her food. She's back to her usual smiley self. What are you doing here so early? Well, I heard you guys had stayed up 2 nights in a row, so I brought you some goodies. Excellent, good job. Though, to be accurate, it wasn't 2 nights in a row. I took an afternoon nap yesterday. Mayuri starts fishing through her convenience store bag. And then she takes out... ta-da! Canned Odin! The canned Odin is still warm when she gives it to me. I open the lid right away and eat the beef. Mayuri and I have been together for a long time, so she knows what I like. And when it comes to canned Odin, beef is where it's at. It's a present from Mayushi. They're 270 yen each, so savor it, okay? I've been getting tired of eating bananas and chicken lately. Buy these instead from now on, bitch. But Mayushi doesn't have enough pocket money to splurge like this all the time. And Mayushi loves bananas and chicken, so she'll keep buying them. Meg. I consider saying you'll get fat if you only eat frozen foods, but that threat's not very effective against Mayuri, so I hold my tongue. I fucking hate this guy. Her high metabolism prevents her from getting fat no matter how much she eats. But wait, there's more. Ta-da! Next, she produces a small box with Ryenet illustration. Ryenet sausage! It comes with an Upa bottle cap as a bonus. I really wanted it, so I bought it. She sticks out her tongue with a shy giggle. Something tells me that in a few months' time, the lab will be neck deep in Upa goods. There are only a few things right now, like the cushion on the sofa, but that number is sure to grow exponentially. So how's Daru-kun? He's in the midst of a hard fight. You should at least rest a little. I mean, I never said he had to do it all at once. Daru's super hacker spirit is on fire. Don't say hacker! This is Amani Suzaha. First email. Thanks for exchanging email addresses with me yesterday. I finally made a friend here. Yay, don't worry, I won't email you too much. And I might be slow to reply too. I'm kinda new at this email thing. It's okay to laugh at me. That wasn't an exchange. You took my address by force. I had no choice but to submit. Where were you living before? Haven't used cell phones much? An empty Diet Cola bottle comes whistling through the air. It hits my head with a nice thunk. He sure is tense. Mayuri and I evacuate to a corner of the lounge and quietly eat the Odin. But isn't hacking bad? Mayushi doesn't want you to do bad things. I would be a fool to let Daru's super hacker, hacker skills go to waste. No, that's not what I wanted. Incidentally, it looks like hackers hijacked SERN's system back in 2008. They found news articles about it online. That means even the inventors of the World Wide Web have holes in their security. With his skills, Daru should have no trouble getting through. Besides, we're doing this to expose SERN's wrongdoings. This is a war against the dark forces that secretly rule the world. Bad things are bad. Me? Or, that's unusual. Mary usually just accepts whatever I say. Well, I admit we are doing a bad thing. But there's no way we can stop now. I need to change the subject. Mary, want to trade my sweet potatoes for your beef? If you want to trade, I'd rather have your quail egg. Don't be ridiculous. Next to beef, quail eggs are my favorite. But Mayushi likes quail eggs too. Settle for my chikuwa. Okay. Chikuwa is better than sweet potatoes. With that said, I skewer the chikuwa and put it in Mayuri's can. And I get her beef in return. Subject change complete. Mayuri really eats up conversations about food. It's so easy to manipulate her. Mwahaha. Soon, if I can just get the SQL table, I'll have more than enough passwords. You're no match for me. Daru has started talking to himself. Looks like things are falling into place. Daru really is a super hacker. I think this is the first time I've seen him serious. Daru bends himself forward, staring holes into the screen. But all I see on the screen is the same string of numbers and letters. Oh! Come on. Yes. Hua, you can't hide from me, you naughty thing, you. How does it feel to... His eyes are bloodshot and he's started rambling. Maybe the lack of sleep is getting to him. Daru opens up a new window, types in a 12-character string. And slams the enter key. An error sound rings. He quickly deletes the string and enters in a new one. He keeps repeating that sequence until finally... Oh yes! Yes! Matching ID and password. Login complete. Hell yeah! Taste it! Yes. What enthusiasm! Did you get it? The smug bastard turns around with an expression of immense satisfaction. As if he's gone into La Petite Mort. Mission complete. Really? Wow, that's amazing. I don't really get it though. After 20 hours of agony, it's finally over. To show Dara my appreciation, I toss him an unopened Odin can. An Odin can's the best after a job well done. Well done! You really are the world's greatest super hacker. Hacker. Hacker! I'm glad you're on my side. So, did you find out how they're planning to destroy the world? I haven't looked yet, man. All I did was get us connected. But it's all downhill from here. I'm sorry if you're tired, but please start checking. The keys to this conspiracy have got to be in there. Yeah, I'll do it. But let me eat this Odin can first. After a short meal break, Daru taps on his keyboard more nimbly than before. The question is, who this password belongs to? Why is that? I went into SERN's database and got a data table. From there, I focused on people with simple passwords, like 111111 and ABCDEFGH to get my hands on an ID. It'd be awesome if this turns out to be the server admin's logo, but I don't think we're that lucky. In Japanese, please? Same. Basically, if this is the server admin's password, we can taste every inch of SRN's luscious flesh. But if it's just an ordinary researcher's password, then we can only see SRN's boobs. Daru-kun, that's naughty. Basically, you mean there'll be limits to what information we can access. Exactly. Anyway, it's only a matter of time before I get a server admin's password. Let's save that for later. I'm really sleepy now. It would be cruel to push Daru any further. It's unfortunate, but overworking him isn't an option. Let's let him rest so he can regain his energy. Oh, looks like our ID belongs to an accelerator division chief. So it's not a server admin. It would take a miracle to get one on our first try. How many staff members do you think SERN has? How many? Over 6,000. That many? Well, for now, let's look at this accelerator division chief. His name is Jack. Let's look at his email log. And of course, the emails come up in English. Oh no! That makes Mayushi's head hurt. It's pathetic to flinch at the mere sight of English. Daru, what does that say? You need to translate it. It's the dog for Dr. Excite. Nah, I've got a better idea. Daru boots up translation software and auto-translates the open page. Poor, unnatural Japanese shows up. The first line says, Happy New Year! Looks like a New Year's greeting. Something about going on vacation in Spain. Lucky bastard. That email's normal. Nothing out of the ordinary. If we keep scouring the log like this, we can also identify the server manager. You know, Looking through someone else's email without permission makes me feel really guilty. Mayuri gets depressed and moves away from the computer. She sits on the sofa and hugs her giant Oopa cushion with a sigh. I like the frog on their whiteboard. I think that's neat. I know we're doing something socially unacceptable. However, I abandoned guilt when I chose the path of evil long ago. Mwahahaha. Let the responsibility be mine. I will not ask you to answer for my crimes. What a guy. I'd let Okrin... Happy Pride Month! I decline your offer. Now get peeking, Daru. Okrin, you're bad. You make my Yushi sad. That's of no concern to me. You just sit there and pretend your hands are clean. On further examination, we discover several emails with the title Experiment Report. In English, naturally. Looks like he sends emails like these almost daily. LHC Experiment Reports. There could be a hint about time machines in there. We should try reading them. This is definitely a crime, though. That's what his lips say, but his hand still clicks on the email. It comes up as an unintelligible series of symbols. This is encrypted. Of course it is. That's simple. Well, cracking this should be a piece of cake. Nice. Super hacker. He's a genius, no doubt. Hey, Shotty. Hey. What are you doing? What are you doing? Daru undoes the security in less than 10 minutes. The real time sync is deciphering the crappy machine translation. Hi, Pol. The experimental data, dated of today, was improved to the server. The condition of LHC is excellent, though. It is LHC to the end. This fellow is obedient, surprisingly, like the cat threw his fellow up. This month. I think this may be the condition for the long time. However, do you not think that the work is not rewarding?
Hi, Paul.
Oh, fuck, they were gonna read it anyway. That acting's completely unnecessary. Aww. Uploaded today's data to the server. The LHC is performing it admirably. Can't say the same about the rest, though. This baby's fickle as a cat, but it was surprisingly obedient this month. It would be great if it stayed like this forever. But don't you think this work is unrewarding? This kitten, this 27-kilometer long kitten, has been in operation for 9 years. Our research will change the course of history, yet only a small group of people are allowed to see it. Of course, if we were ever officially released, it would be one hell of a scandal. People would probably say something like, call Robert Zemeckis to SCRN right away. He could build it in less than a year. 9 years? Daru finishes reading. I rub my temples with my thumbs. Calm down. Let's sort things out. Do you think there were any translation errors in that email? Did Daru notice something unnatural too? He's not joking like he usually does. If you trust the translation software, then that's what it says. The Japanese is strange in places, though. But that doesn't make sense. I thought the LHC was only put into operation around spring last year. But this email makes it sound like it's been in operation for 9 years. That is strange. The email send date is this year, 2010. So 9 years ago makes it 2001. John Teeter posted this on @channel yesterday. The only other thing I can say is you must not believe their lies. They have already succeeded in creating micro black holes. I gulp. If you read between the lines of this email, it sounds like they're doing some sort of secret experiment. Also, Robert Zemeckis is a super famous Hollywood movie director. He directed a trilogy of smash hit time travel movies from about 20 years ago. I groan. No way. Was I right? SCRN's hiding a major secret from a world? And it's related to time travel? Keep looking, Daru. Search for anything related to time travel. Time machine research. Seriously? I don't know if Daru was questioning my order or the possibility that SCRN might be researching time travel. Either way, he begins tapping on the keyboard again. There aren't any emails with this phrase time machine in them. But this phrase Z program was used hundreds of times in the past few months. Do you think it could be about the current LHC experiments? What is it specifically? Black hole formation experiments? Let's try looking for a document. Found one. Daru opens a PDF attachment. Oh, this looks like this is top secret stuff from France, England, and Holland. Government secrets? SCRN's not even a government organization, so why? Wait, should we be looking at this stuff? We might be in a little deep here. I don't care. Get me details. Hold on. If we get caught, we're not getting off with an apology. Are you so incompetent as to let yourself be traced? I took the necessary precautions. Then I failed to see the problem. Well, thanks. Daru makes a slightly awkward face as he takes the file about the Z program and feeds it into the translation software. Huh. May 14th, 137th Z program experiment report. Because we have already succeeded at creating mini black holes. The report is omitted. First, stop! All of a sudden, Teeter's prediction became a reality. So SCRN did use the LHC to generate mini black holes. But they announced that their experiments still haven't succeeded. So why? This is what Teeter was referring to when he posted, "Don't believe what they say." But the goal of the experiment wasn't even to generate mini black holes. It was to create new elementary particle reactions. Daru doesn't take his wide eyes off the monitor. But in reality, they're already generating those mini black holes. Sure does seem like it. What does it say next? Results, error. Human is dead. Mismatch. For details, consult Jellyman's report number 14. We propose that further experiments may be halted until the lifter is perfected and all local field conformity points are online. Well, what does that mean? Human is dead means somebody died, right? What? Somebody died? Seriously? I groan. This isn't a joke anymore. Something very serious is going on here. Maybe we are in too deep. And what if we are? I'm not afraid. I'm not. After all, I am the insane mad scientist Hoyoin Koyoma. I can't stop now. I can't control my curiosity. Besides, now that I have proof of their evil deeds, ignoring it would just leave a bad taste in my mouth. My throat's gone dry. I swallow my saliva. And in an attempt to keep whatever composure I can, I scold myself at being so faint of heart. What is this Jellyman's report? Darvis starts typing once I ask my question, but he soon clicks his tongue. I can't find... I can't find it in Jack's email. We'll need an account with more privileges. Then we'll save that for next time. Search for something related to time machines. You know, we're not going to find anything, right? After that, Dara spends about 15 minutes fishing through the Accelerator Division Chief's email, but doesn't find anything about time machines. Words like Accelerator Technical Committee and LHC Projects Lead came up, so I guess we should look in for an ID from there. Maybe then we can get some more information. You can't look it up with the ID you have? Dara shakes his head. Well, I guess let's call it a day. By the way, what we just saw was SCRN's biggest server, but I also found a strange database on the network. Strange how? It was buggy. Buggy? I mean, it was full of some kind of code.
もう意味不すぎてむちゃくちゃっつうか、全くもって解読不能です。本当にありがとうございましたっつうか。
Okay, I'm back. Why is my camera so low? No, I'm not wearing a Dane and Phil shirt. Shut up. Could it be encrypted? Did my headphones unplug? Meow. We're gonna quick save, and we're gonna save it again. Please unlock it. We have to freaking unlock it. Okay. I don't know where the music went, so I'm gonna close the game and then start it again. Let's find that again. John Teeter lol. There we go. KK. Huge. Welcome in. Turnus. Could it be encrypted?
あれは暗号には見えない
Not
のだ
by any
ぜ
algorithm I've ever
そ
seen.
もそもプログラムと
It
して
wouldn't
成
even
立し
work
てない
as a
んだよ
program.
ねた
It
だ
just
そんな
bothers
誰に
me.
も見られない
Why
よう
would
な
they
デー
have
タ
a
ベースがなんか置い
database
て
that
ある
nobody
のかは
could
気にな
ever
る
use?
気になるな
That is strange.
ちょっと解析してみる
I'll see what I can find out. Daru tries every trick in the book to crack that mystery database. But after about an hour, the pistons he has for fingers begin speeding up. Eventually, he just slams the keyboard out of frustration.
ああわからん
Ag. I don't get it.
全然わか
I
ら
don't
ん
get it at all.
こんなん絶対プログラムじゃねえ
You
よ
call this a
死ねかすが
program? Let's go to hell. Oh, great. He snapped.
もうやめた方がいい
I think you should stop. Mary puts down her sewing tools and turns to Daru with a worried look on her face.
頭もよく回らんし
My head is
もう無理
spinning. I can't take it anymore. Fwet, fwet. This is bad. Daru's breaking down. Maybe I'm pushing him too far. He's been up 2 days straight. He's probably at his limit.
ご苦労だった
Good work. Go rest, Daru.
うわ
Yeah,
それは
I'll do that.
つうかさもしこれがバ
Anyway,
グじゃ
even
な
if
く
it
て
isn't
ガ
a
チでプロ
bug,
グラムだと
but
し
an
て
actual
も
program, the only guys who made it could understand it.
こんなん見たこと
I've
ない
never seen anything like it. A program unlike anything he's seen. I got an email. Oh my god. John Teeter lol. Are you being honest? If everything you wrote is true, then we have a lot to talk about. Particularly concerning the IBM 5100's hidden functionality, which I have not mentioned to anybody yet. I am indeed surprised that you know about it. However, I have not gone to the year 2000, though it is possible I may go there later. There are 3 possible explanations. Firstly, the John Teeter who appeared in 2000 is my future self. In other words, I go to 2000 later and write about the things you have told me. But that would cause a chicken and egg paradox, wouldn't it? Second, you're delusional or making things up. For the sake of serious discussion, let's set aside this discussion. Let's set aside this possibility. Third, you have seen something I wrote on a different world line. That may mean that 10 years ago, you existed on a different world line than the one we're in now. However, that raises another issue. Where is the world... When the world line changes... Oh my god. The entire timeline is reconstructed from past to future in order to prevent a paradox from occurring. That was proven in 2036. In other words, it should be impossible for you to retain memories of a previous world line. Unless you two are a time traveler, that is. Do you have any idea what the cause could be? I gulp. A flash runs through my head like an electric shock. That's quite a bit of text, but what catches my eyes are the first several lines. Heh, heh, heh. Of course. Everything is falling into place. What you talking about? Mayuri looks at me curiously, but I don't have time to answer her. I'm frantically assembling the pieces in my mind. John Titor, SCRN, the time machine. These things are all connected. And now I have another piece of the puzzle. I shiver at my own brilliance. Daru. I think I know how we can read that program. Seriously? How? I aim my phone's camera at the screen displaying the supposed bugged data and take a picture. I attach it to a message. Does this code look familiar? And send it to Teeter. A mysterious database inside SCRN. A program unlike anything super hacker Daru has ever seen. Its true form is... If my hunch is correct, John Teeter should know. What? There's no way. Say what you like. We'll know soon enough. We wait for Teeter's reply. Though it's only been a few minutes, it feels like an eternity to me. I got an email. Where did you find that? That's written in a programming IBM programming language used prior to 1975. You can only decipher it with an IBM 5100. I quickly opened the mail, and its contents are enough to raise goosebumps on my entire body. Just as I suspected. Huh? I was right. Daru. I know where that data comes from. The pewter. The IBM 5100. That retro PC has a certain function. In fact, for more than 25 years after it went to market in 1975, nobody knew of it save a few IBM engineers. That function was first brought to light by the John Teeter who appeared in 2000. A while after Teeter posted about it, an actual IBM engineer admitted to the hidden function's existence. Which reminds me, I talked to Suzuha about this only yesterday. It can also decipher IBM's proprietary programming language, which was written before APL and BASIC became widespread. Isn't that surprising? Now, it's a dead programming language, only decipherable with an IBM 500. What an incredible coincidence. A prime example of synchronicity, Edward. It's almost like an almighty will is pulling the strings. No, I say, this discovery of ours was inevitable from the start. For this is the choice of Stein's gate. He said it. Wait, so SCRN has an IBM 5100 database? Those machines aren't compatible with any modern software. Why would they do something like that? Answer me this. What is the best way to secure a machine against external cracking? Well, make it standalone, of course. Daru quickly catches on to the intent of my question. If only IBM 500s can read it, then I guess that's kind of standalone. Which means that SCRN's keeping their most important secrets hidden there. How do you know about that hidden function anyway? It is recorded in my brain's extensive index librorum prohibitorum. Teeter said it himself 10 years ago, but Daru wouldn't believe me even if I told him the truth. Very original. I ignored Daru's retort. Mary, you have important matters to discuss. Assemble. I can hear you fine from here. Mayuri's sewing. She doesn't get off the sofa.
聞こえるとか聞こえな
It
いとか
doesn't
の問
matter
題では
whether
な
you
いの
can
だ
hear or not.
これは我ら未
This
来ガジェッ
meeting
ト研究所にと
concerns
って
the fate of the future
人類
gadget
の未来にと
laboratory.
って
Nay,
運命を
the
左右す
fate
る
of
会議なのだよ
mankind.
だからもっとこう
So I want it to
秘密めいた
feel more
感じというか
secretive,
企んでいる
like
感
we're
じを出した
scheming
い
or something. It's important that we stare closely at the monitor and exchange dramatic lines. The atmosphere right now is too light. It's all Mayuri's fault.
マユシは
Mayushi won't participate in your evil schemes. Well, I can't have everything my way.
二人とも聞け
Listen, you two. Henceforth, the Future Gadget Laboratory shall begin emergency top secret operations. Close your window first. This will be the first stage in our war against the dark powers that manipulate the world from the shadows. Our enemy is SRN Scientific Institute, engaged in the most evil research imaginable.
オカリン声でけえ
Okay, you're too
徹
loud.
夜明けにはきついっす
And I've been up all night. Crap, I guess I am being too loud. That kind of ruins the whole secret feeling. And the window's open too. Suzuha is down below. I'm sure she can hear everything. Soon I turn it down, so I turn it down a notch.
いいか
Understand? The world has no need for two mad
奴らに
scientists.
先にじられる前
Before they can get ahead of us, we must outwit them.
奴らって
Who are they?
奴らは奴らだ
You know, them.
あのね
Mayushi doesn't get it at all.
つまりこの秋葉
Basically, we must obtain the Phantom Retro
幻のレトロ
PC,
PC
the IBN 5100, said to be located somewhere in Akiba. I make a magnificent declaration, but Dara just rubs his eyes, and Mayuri returns to her needlework. Damn it. Is there anything you guys react to? You've uncovered a massive conspiracy here. How come you aren't excited?
僕探すのはパス
I'll pass on the search.
マジで寝させてよ
I'm seriously tired. Besides,
それとセル
I
の
want to
中
keep
をもっと探りたい
combing
点につい
SRN
て
server.
そう
That's true.
まあ
Well,
それができるのは
you're the only one who can do that, Dara.
そっち
So
は
I'll leave it to you.
では
So the IBN 5100 investigation squad shall consist of Mayuri and me.
無理だよ
I can't. Mayuri makes an apologetic face.
コス作りもあ
I
る
have
し
to make
バイ
costumes.
トもある
And I have work too. So basically, you two are telling me this. I'm the only one with free time.
いいだろう
Fine.
この件は
I'll
俺
manage
が何とかする
Somehow.
そうと決まった以上
It's useless to try and stop me. Understood?
また何か
Are you going to do something bad again?
いや
Nah,
じゃね
he's all talk. I leave my useless comrades behind and stride gallantly out of the lab. I step out onto the street. Immediately, a bicycle skids to a stop in front of me.
はーい
Hiya, Okabe Rentaro. Suzuha gets off her bicycle and gives me a strange greeting. I want to ask her, are you an American or something? But I'm distracted by her shiny bicycle. It's the same bicycle that was in front of the Brawn Tube workshop yesterday. I guess it belongs to her. I wonder how much that set her back. I mean, it does look pretty expensive.
なかなかのテクだな
Pretty nice technique there.
自転車ってほんと楽しいよ
Bicycles are
ね
fun, aren't
私
they?
自転車乗るのって
I've never ridden one before coming here.
初めて
You'd never ridden a bicycle?
そう
Nope.
バイクはよく
I
乗
had
って
ridden
たんだけど
motorcycles
ね
before though. Isn't that backwards? Weird girl. And what's with that flashy braking back there? I think it'd be pretty dangerous if you did all that through the town. Beginners get cocky and get into accidents. You see that pattern all the time. If you're going to go full speed, at least wear a helmet.
今からバイト
Going to work now?
うんさあ
Yup. The Brawn Tube workshop shutters are open, but the shop itself never opens until 11 or 12. I don't know exactly when. It seems to change with Mr. Braun's mood.
ちょうどよかっ
That's perfect. There's something we need to talk about.
え
Eh?
これから
But I
開
need
店
to
準
get
備
the
しなきゃ
shop
いけ
ready
ないんだよ
for
ね
business.
たこのオンボロ
Just what does this crumbly old Bronze workshop need to get ready?
ないね
Nothing really. Jeez, I just mindlessly sweep in front of the shop.
中は掃除しよう
If
と
I
する
clean
と
inside, the boss gets angry.
これが
Everything's where it needs to
完
be,
璧な配置なんだよ
he says. So he's paying her not clean. Something's wrong with that guy.
なるほど
Okay,
話をさせてもらおう
so hear me out then.
でもな眠いしな
But I'm so tired. In other words, he doesn't feel like talking. I glare at her.
あま
You
り
would be
怒らせない
unwise to anger me.
今すぐじゃないとダ
Does
メ
it
な
have
感
to
じ
be right now? My glare is not very effective. She doesn't falter at all. But I still maintain my stern expression and nod.
じゃあどうぞ
Then go ahead. Suzuha shrugs her shoulders as she locks her bicycle, then turns to me.
ただし手短
But
に
keep
頼
it
む
short,
よ
okay?
IBN5100
Where is the IBN 5100?
不明
No intel yet.
不明
What?
不明
I don't know. Oh.
昨日のお前の
By the way you talked yesterday, it sure sounded like you knew.
知ってるのは
No,
私の知り合
I
いだ
know
けど
someone who knows.
なら
Then
ばその知り合い
take me to them.
案内してもらおう
I won't take no for an answer. Refuse and I'll show you a living hell.
無理
I can't. Come on, I even said I'd show you a living hell.
会いたくても会えない
I
から
can't
さ
introduce you even if I wanted to.
どういう意味だ
What do you mean? Don't tell me they're an imaginary.
死んだから何
They've
年も
been
前
dead for years.
すまなかった
I'm sorry.
いいの
Nah, it's okay.
まあ
anyway,
そんなわけで私
There's
の
nothing I can tell you.
そんなに大したことないわけ
I'm
むしろ
hoping you
私
can
の
tell
方が
me
教えてもらいたいぐらい
something.
だよ
Suza pats me on the shoulders. Funny, you'd think I'm the one who's supposed to cheer her up. Just then, Mr. Braun opens the door and makes his appearance.
おいバイト
Hey, part-timer.
まだ3日目
It's
なの
only
に
your
遅
third
刻してん
day
じゃ
and
ねえ
you're late.
ああ店長
Sorry, boss.
ごめんちょっと
Streets
朝
were a
から
little
立て込んで
crowded
て
this
さ
morning.
真面目にやらねえ
If
な
you're
ら
not gonna take this
いつでも
seriously, I
クビ
can
にするから
always
な
give you the boot here.
岡部も
As for you, Okabe, don't you lay a finger on my part-timer.
浴場しているのはあなたの
Aren't you the lecherous one here, Mr. Braun? Why, you just try saying something like that in front of
マジで
Nate.
殺すからな
I'll murder you.
父親と
Gotta
しての
keep my
保険に
honor as
関わ
a
る
father.
そんな
Besides, I ain't got no use for a skinny kid like her.
何を
What was that?
今の
Take that back, boss. She's actually mad now.
なんだよ
What?
怒ったのか
You mad?
私はガキじゃない
I'm not a kid.
一人前の戦士だ
I'm a
よ
warrior. Huh?
何
What are you talking about? Suza's burning passion has the manager shocked. I, on the other hand, am impressed. On impulse, I take Suza's hand and grasp it firmly.
いい目をしているな
I like the look in your eyes, you part-time warrior. They shine with the radiance of the beast unseen in modern men.
その目を忘れるな
Never forget those eyes of yours, and you shall surely change class from part-time warrior
クラスチェンジ
to
できるだろ
true warrior.
っていうか
You're talking
私はもう
about
戦士
that
なん
I'm
だか
already a
ら
warrior.
セルンだ
Stay diligent in your training,
共に
and
戦おう
you shall have a place at my side on the field of Ragnarok.
ラグナロ
Ragnarok? Suzuha looks confused.
何それ
What's that?
セルンだ
The final battle against SERN?
そんなの起きる予定がある
You've
の
got something like that
買うなら
planned?
ぜひ参加す
Count
る
me
け
in
ど
if you do, but I've never heard of it.
当たり前
Of course you
だ
have.
今初めて
This is the first time I've revealed it, for I shall be the one to initiate
世界
Ragnarok,
を作り変え
and
るた
the
めにだ
world shall be reborn.
おー
Wow, you sure are brave, Okabe
ど
Rintaro.
うせ失敗
You'll
するだろうけ
probably
ど
fail,
その
but
心
I
には好
like
きだ
your
よ
spirit.
私の仲間も
I wish my comrades were as spirited as you are. Apparently, Suzuha has comrades. I'd like her to introduce me. That way, I can form my personal army, the Phoenix Crusaders. Wait a sec. Why does she assume I'll fail it in the Ragnarok? Looks like I need to instill the fear of Hoyo and Koyoma into this girl. Why does my store attract nothing but weirdos? Damn. Whatever, part-timer, just come inside. Coming.
じゃあね、岡部リンゴ。
Later, Okabe Rentaro. Suzuha waves and winks at me as she heads into the store.
おかり。
Wait up, Okarin. Then Mayuri comes down the stairs, passing Suzuha.
やはり一緒に探す気にな
So
った
you're going to help me search after all? That's the lab mem spirit.
うん。
Oh, no, that's not it.
お昼ご飯。
I was thinking about buying lunch.
だろう
She really is a glutton. It's not even lunchtime yet.
で
So, where do you plan to go? What to eat? Mayuri places her finger on her bottom lip in thought as she walks.
サンボの牛丼。
Sanbo's beef bowl sounds good. This tiny high school girl has guts to enter Sanbo alone. That place isn't like the chain restaurants with their colorful menus and brightly lit interiors. First-timers are often cowed by the old-school atmosphere. Okay. Plus, the clientele is almost exclusively male, but Mayuri doesn't care. She just sits there shoulder to shoulder with students and salarymen, smiling as she eats her beef bowl. Meanwhile, the Sanbists, the regular Sanbo customers, are posting comments online like, "The goddess has arrived," or "Goddess for the win."
だがサンボはこの時間だ
But Sanbo isn't
まだ開
open
店してい
this
ないぞ
early. I try to warn her, but Mayuri is no longer there. She's gone. Mayuri disappears like this every so often. And each time she does, I wonder for one terrible second if she really vanished from the world. I look around and see Mayuri standing at a distance. She's gazing up at the sky through the buildings. Here we go again. She stopped in the middle of the street so other pedestrians look at her, wondering what she's doing. But she doesn't notice their stares. She slowly reaches out for the sky, as if entranced. Then she freezes in that position. This is one of Mayuri's habits. I call it Stardust Handshake. Mayuri says that she's liked looking at the night sky ever since she was little. Her reason is romantic, or perhaps childish.
星に。
I feel like I can reach the stars. Wow. When I asked her about it one day, she just smiled and gave that answer. At first, she only reached out to the night sky, but lately she's been doing it without regard to time of day. Like now, even when she's walking and talking with someone, something inside her just seems to switch on. Honestly, it's a little crazy.
星なんて見えないだろ
It's too early for stars, Mayuri. I walk up to Mayuri and call out to her. She slowly lowers her hand with a blank smile on her face.
あのね。お
Did
昼
you
だよ
know? Even during the day, the stars are still up there?
哲学的なことを言う
Getting
のも結構だ
philosophical is nice and all, but it's dangerous to stop in the middle of the street. That's true.
そうそう。
Oh, just now, when I was looking at the stars, I decided to have ramen for lunch today. How are ramen and stars even related? Mayuri's mind works in mysterious ways. I know I said I'd searched for the IBN 5100, but I have no idea where to start. I spent about an hour in an internet cafe searching for information, but turned up nothing. I buy some mango juice with tapioca from a juice stand inside Yodobashi. I lose myself in thought as I drink it. It's Saturday, so it's starting to get crowded in front of the station. Some maids are distributing leaflets to the people coming out. I know Dar is well acquainted with retro PCs, but is there anyone else? Oh yeah, Shining Finger was obsessed with the IBM 5100, wasn't she? I'm really reluctant to contact that male demon, though. But ultimately, my feelings are trivial. Ragnarok hangs in the balance. But I decide not to bother. I finish my drink and wander towards Chuodori. Then comes an email, almost as if on cue. Shining Finger. Will you get back to me already, Moeka? It's like she can read my mind. I instinctively scan the area, searching for that gloomy woman in the crowd. No sign of her tailing me. Oh well, I guess I'll send her a reply. I don't know Shining Finger's phone number, so I'll just send her an email for the time being. To Shining Finger, call me. In the email, I ask her to call and include my phone number. Now I just have to wait for her response. And there it is. You finally contacted me. I don't like talking on the phone, so let's exchange emails instead. Please? Moeka. Wait, she wants it by email? There's a lot to cover. I'd rather not have to type it all out. I need to find her phone number. Give me your phone number along with any information you have on the IBM 5100. I look up after finishing my email and see a huge crowd of people in front of Rodicon. I guess the satellite is still a big deal. The media presence hasn't died down since the day of the crash either. Rodicon is still closed. And of course, the satellite is still there. Oh my god, I got an email. Not 30 seconds pass before I get a reply. Oh my god, right as I'm about to look down and read the email, I catch sight of a familiar face in the crowd. Ah. I saw you die. Well, if it isn't my assistant, what are you doing here? Hey, when did I become your assistant? She looks like she'll snap at me, so to dampen her spirit, I go back to checking my email. I don't have anything. How about you? What's wrong with this woman? I told her to tell me her phone number, and she just ignored me. And she doesn't even have any information. How useless can you be? Why are you glaring at me? Don't worry about it. You're not the cause of my frustration. Oh, so you're just raging? Don't glare at me. You've glared at me before, haven't you? That's because you keep doing... No, I'm not saying anything. Another one? Tell me the super hacker's address. I want to snap my phone in half and throw it on the ground. What do you mean, tell me the super hacker's address? You making fun of me with that music note? You're not getting anything from me. Anyway, why did she need to send me 2 short consecutive emails? I mean, she might as well just combine them into one. Are the emails you're getting really that unpleasant? They're more unreasonable than unpleasant. I can't quite describe it in one word. Stop sending me all these short emails. I'm begging you. Just gather your thoughts and set everything together. Oh, what did I send? I feel a little satisfied after sending that email. I turn to Kurizu again. So, Christina, what brings you here? If you're going to call me names, could you at least be consistent? Anyway, my business here doesn't concern you. Why are you pouting? I'm not pouting, I just don't want to get involved in your silly games again. Nonsense. You're already a lab member. You have a duty to work for the benefit of the lab. Well, she is only a temporary member. No, it's because she's a temporary member that we need to get as much out of her as we can. I regret losing myself to curiosity back then. Kurizu sighs and looks up at the satellite. We're not alone. Several other people standing here are looking up. It's Akiba's latest tourist attraction. Did you come to see the satellite? I guess. It doesn't make sense. Normally, they calculate satellites' orbits so that they burn up in the atmosphere when they fall. So how can that thing be in such perfect condition? And that's to say nothing about the huge hole it punched into the building. Are satellites that durable?
そもそもあれはど
Where's
この
this
人工衛
satellite
星だ
from anyway?
まだ分かってないって
They still don't know. Rumors say it's from the former Soviet Union, but Russian denies it.
おかげで
So it looks like they can't remove it yet. 3 days have passed and it's still unknown. How interesting. I smell a conspiracy.
そうか
So it's another organization cover-up. They knew I'd be at Radicon and tried to erase me.
期間
Organization? What's that?
期間は期間
The organization is the organization. Its formal name is
その
something
存在を
else,
知る者は
but
全
all those who know of its existence call it the organization out of fear.
世界を影から
They rule the world from
国
the
家を超
shadows,
越した秘密機関
transcending nations with politics, economics, religion, and even science in their clutches.
どう見ても陰謀
That's obviously a crackpot conspiracy theory. Thank you very much. Kurizu hangs her head and blushes for some reason.
どうかしたか
What's wrong?
どうもしてない
Really,
あ
nothing.
と
Okay?
でもないから
Say
これ
another
以上追
word
求したら叩くわよ
and I hit you. Crazy girl.
それより
Anyway, what's happened with the phone wave? My god. Originates from a story posted on that channel in which a man tries to pass his bodily fluids off as a popular soft drink. It was obviously blank. Thank you very much. Juju's Bizarre Adventures. My god, they give me so many words. John Teeter roll. How many JoJo's references are in this game? At least 2. Anyway, what's happened with the phone wave?
何をそんなに興
I
奮してい
thought
る
you
のだ
didn't want to get involved.
ちなみに
And it's not the phone wave. It's the phone
電話
wave
レンジ
name
過去仮
subject
であ
to
って
change.
いいから答えな
Just
さい
answer me.
どうなっ
Have
て
you
る
learned anything?
進展はない
No progress.
実
We've
験を
tried
繰り返
repeating
して
the
いる
experiment, but at present, we haven't been able to reproduce the discharge
過去に
phenomenon
遡るメール
or
を
send
一度も
another
再
email to the past.
そう
I see. I got another email. Damn you, Shining Finger. I said not to send so many short emails, but she doesn't seem to get it. Oh, that is a longer email. Was I being annoying? I'm sorry, but I really need information on the IBN 5100, and you're the only lead I have right now. I'm relying on you, Okabe-kun. I swear I won't send any more short mails, so please don't abandon me. I need you to help me look for an IBN 5100. I promise to let you know as soon as I learn anything, so let's work together, okay? Looks like she's rethinking things. Hopefully I don't have to worry about any more email assaults. Girl, just email her back. Hello? Can you put your phone away when you're talking with someone? Don't be like that. Rather, you should praise me, for I have taught a foul male demon to behave like a civilized human being. Why are you so pompous? I'd ask you the same thing, Christina. Okay, let's send a reply. Apology accepted. I'm looking for an IBN 5100 too. I agree that we should exchange information. I'll let you know when I have something. You don't need to reply to this mail. I type that out and send it. Are you done with your little mail exchange? Boyo and son. Oh? So you remember my true name? Indeed. I am Boyo and Toyota. I was being facetious. How was that? You called me by my correct name. You made no mistake. You'll make a good assistant. Okabe, have you sought professional help? I shall. I am not Okabe. This is exhausting. So, about the phone wave, name subject to change. After the experiment, you screamed something. Like, a time machine? It can't be! Did something awaken a past trauma? No. And don't go making one up either. Back when she was 5 years old, Christina was on the plains of Arkansas when lightning... I wasn't hit by lightning, and I was still living in Japan when I was 5. Why Arkansas? I was trying to imagine tranquil scenery, and the first state to come to mind was Arkansas. Second was Oregon. Not Utah? I mean, relatively speaking, isn't Utah more suitable? And answer me, Christina. Why did you freak out back then? No reason. I simply didn't want to believe fringe science should stay in the realm of fiction. Fringe science? Don't be ridiculous. You saw it with your own eyes. You saw the email leap to the past. You saw the banana travel instantly through space. I saw, but we must be missing something. Or maybe we're just seeing what we want to see. Remember what I said about at ATF? Time machines are just a pipe dream given modern technology. And yet, a bunch of amateurs like you just stick a phone and a microwave together and expect time travel to occur. Ridiculous. But it did occur. Will you deny what you saw with your own eyes? Are you saying that the theories trump reality? And then I hope you enjoy sophistry in a world game. Because that's all you'll ever have. What do you mean, word games? Quantum theory, for example. If you ask me, theories like that are nothing but word games. Wait, are you rejecting modern physics? Who do you think you are? Trust what you see. The only things that matter are things that happen. Things that don't happen, things that aren't observed, are just hypotheses. When hypotheses pile up and theories are verified, they become reality. That's how modern physics comes to understand the truth of the universe. But sometimes your hypotheses are mistaken. Even Einstein was wrong about some things. So you're going to do nothing. Just because you could be wrong, then enjoy your dirty little lab and your silly little gadgets, because that's all you'll ever have. You'll never reach the truth that way. Failure teaches success.
なるほど
I see.
いい話
Nice rebuttal.
あくまで上から目
You're
線
never getting off your high horse, are you?
ところでクリスティーナ
By the way, Christina, I have always felt that
物理学者には
physicists
矛盾が
are
ある
hypocrites.
矛盾
What?
現実に起きていて
There are
誰も
phenomena
が知っている
that everyone knows occur in reality,
物理学者
but
も手を
which
つけようとしない現
physicists
象というものは
refuse
確かに
to
存在する
research. What do you
それに
think
ついてはどう
about that?
例を挙げてもらう
I don't know what to say
わからない
unless you can give me some examples.
例え
Ghosts, for instance.
オカルトかよ
The occult? Really?
ばオカルトだからといって
You
思考
refuse
停
to
止か
research it just because it's
そ
the
れはお前が
occult?
たった今言った
That
ことと矛盾
contradicts
す
what
る
you
ぞ
just said.
そんなことじゃ
You'll
真
never
実には
reach
絶
the
対
truth
たどり着けない
that way.
幽霊を見る人間
People
は
have
確かに
seen
存在する
ghosts.
映
There's
像と
even
しての証拠が
photographic
存在している
evidence.
にもかかわらず
So where are the
なぜ
theories?
他の仮説をこね
Why
くり
do
回し続けて
physicists
いられるのか
refuse to speak? Oh, what did I do? I did something. It's a different field of study.
解明されていない
You
現
can't
象
call
を
physics the study of natural phenomena, then decide some things don't count.
そうだけど
True, but...
というわけで
And that's why we must investigate the phenomenon of sending emails to the
助手の
past.
力を貸すが
You shall assist me.
嫌よ
No. Kurizu gives me a clear-cut answer, along with her usual glare. So the genius girl really does hate me.
私は
It's
そんな
not
の科学に
unjustified.
手は出さない
I won't have a hand in your fringe science. I won't make the same mistake my father did.
父
Your father?
あんたの考えは
You
口
make
だ
a
けは
fine argument, but it won't work in the scientific community.
タイムトラベル理論を研
The
究
day
して
you
るなん
decide
て
to
言った
research
方は
time travel is the day you're out of a job.
なぜそう言い切れる
How can you be so certain?
私の父がそう
Because that's what happened to my father. Kurizu grimaces.
物理学者の父は
My father, a physicist, loved time machines. He was so fascinated by Wells's The Time Machine that he seriously studied time travel.
でも
But
それに
because
こ
of
だ
his
わりすぎたせい
obsession,
で
he was practically exiled from the scientific community.
そんな父を見てきたから
I will never get involved
タイムトラベル
with
研究
time
には関
travel
わりたくないの
research. This time, her sheer force of will gives me pause. I think she's really pissed. I may have stepped on a landmine here. What do I do? If I get her angrier, she might seriously hit me. Let's calm her down a little. Yeah, let's do that. But what should I say? I'm sorry. I got emotional. She apologizes first. Christina's calm character saves me. Mwahaha! Don't worry about it. I wanted to test your character, so I made you angry on purpose. Huh?
とにかく
Anyway, the phone wave isn't a time machine.
メールの送受信は
Email is a man-made system, so this phenomenon should be explainable in the scope of that system.
助手の考えはわかる
I understand. I had no idea you hate time machines that much.
お前の反応は
It's almost like an allergy.
無理にラボ面に
I
誘って
apologize for forcing you to become a lab man. You don't have to come again.
れなくても
I wasn't planning on it.
だがこれだけは伝えて
But know this,
おくクリス
Christina.
クリスティーナって
Don't call me Christina.
ラボ面ナンバー
Lab mem number 4 will be a retired number.
この番号は
That number
ずっと
is yours forever. I finish my speak and turn my back to Kurizu. I won't look back. I walk away slowly with my eyes closed. It's kind of hard to walk like this. Hope I don't bump into anyone. Wait, am I even walking straight?
何かっこつけてんの
You
よ。
look ridiculous. My shoulder is suddenly pulled from behind. I brace myself so I don't fall backwards.
何をする
What are you
俺にはささやか
doing?
な演出
You ruined my
後付けのない
perfectly
若者
staged
シーンを台無し
exit
にするとは
scene. And you called yourself my assistant?
だから助手じゃないと言ったろうが。それにこっちに
No,
はま
I
だ
don't call
話が
myself
あん
your
のよ。
assistant. And besides, I still have something to ask you. Damn it, her stubbornness has already returned.
この前は聞けなかったけど。
I asked you about this before,
ってあんた言っ
but
て
you
た
said
わ
I
ね。
got stabbed, right?
それについての
I
説明
demanded
を要請す
explanation.
る。
Ah, yes, the other real-life phenomenon that is yet to be explained.
あれは俺が見た
That
幻
was
だ
just something I hallucinated. Just leave it at that for now.
なんであんたの夢に
Why
私
would
が
you
出てくる
dream about me?
そんなことは知らん
I don't know, and it wasn't a dream. It was a hallucination.
ドクター中鉢がどう
You
と
said something about Dr. Nakabaki, didn't you?
あの日
Dr. Nakabaki held a time machine presentation at BrodiCon that day.
発表会は中止にな
That
った。
presentation was canceled because of the satellite crash.
そういうことになっている
So
よう
it
だな
seems. But in my hallucination, the presentation proceeded as planned. Mayuri and I went to see it, and you came over to flirt with me.
私はナンパなんてしない。
I don't flirt, especially not with you or idiots like you.
だから幻だったと言
Like
っ
I
ているよ
said, it wasn't real,
いや
okay? No,
悪いわ
maybe this world
幻なの
is
こ
what
ちらの世界
isn't
なのかも
real.
だとしたら
That would explain the riddle of the phone wave name subject to change. If this world is some kind of simulation, then we can disregard the laws of physics.
現実逃避？
Escapism? That's unexpected. That's unexpectedly chicken of you.
仮説を提示したのだよ
It's a hypothesis.
物理学者は
Your favorite thing.
それで、
So
私
who
は誰に
stabbed
刺さ
me?
れたの？
Don't tell me it was you. I recall the sight of Kurizu collapsed in a puddle of blood. It sent shivers down my spine. Was that really just a hallucination? It was too real. I can clearly remember the smell of blood.
俺が駆けつけた時には
You were already
すで
dead
に
when
お前は血
I
に
got
覆わ
there.
れていた
I didn't see who did it.
わからないの。
I don't get it.
なんで私が
Why do I have
幻
to
だと
die in your
言わなくちゃい
mind?
けないのよ。
You have something against me?
全
Of
く
course not.
その
At that point in
俺
time,
とお前は一
we
度だ
had
け
only
話したことがある
spoken
程度
once.
ただの通りす
We
が
were
りの
just
他人だった
we were just strangers. Well, that one time we talked was during the events I imagined. So strictly speaking, at that point in time, all I knew about her was what I'd read in the magazine.
とにかく
Anyway,
接点などほとんどなかった
we didn't know each other.
ゆえに俺は
That's why I ran away instead of calling for ambulance.
白状者。
My hero.
何を望んで
What?
いる
You want me to go back in time and give you CPR or something? I need to use the phone wave name subject to change
電
for
話レン
that.
ジ確保
もういいわ。今
I've
後、
heard enough.
そんな幻
No
見
more
ない。
hallucinating about me,
他人の夢
okay?
の中とは
Dying isn't
自
fun,
分が
even
殺
if
され
it's
てる
in
と思
someone
ったらいい気
else's
分にし
head.
ない。
保証はできないな
I can't make any
それを実
guarantees.
行するために
That would require
24時間完
perfect
璧に
24-hour
俺の脳内
surveillance
を監視しなければ
inside my brain.
本当にあんたって
You have a comeback for everything, don't you? Kurizu shakes her head in exasperation, then turns and walks off towards the station. Looks like she wants to end the conversation. In revenge for last time, I grabbed Kurizu's slender shoulder from behind. Yeah,
何よ。
what now?
俺の話は終わっていない
I'm not done talking.
言ってるだ
You trying to pick a fight?
別れのシーンを台無しに
It's
した
revenge for
お返しだ
ruining my
クリスティ
farewell scene, Christina. You shall regret your thoughtless actions.
はいはい。わかりま
Okay,
した
okay. Fine.
何
What is it?
IBN5100
About the IBN 500.
剣だ。とか言われて
I
も
don't
知ら
know
な
what
い
you're
わ。
talking about.
何なの？
いや知らない
If you don't know, then forget about it.
さら
Farewell.
もう
We will not meet again. I turn my back to Kurizu. This time I'll make a perfect... Hey, don't tell me to forget about it. She grabs my arm. Damn it, this is the second time. What is the IBN 5? Whatever. The IBN, then IBN 5100. It's a retro PC from 1975. I'm looking for one. Yeah? What are you gonna do with it? Time travel? Looks like she's interested. She was the same way when she came to the lab. I guess this girl is just brimming with curiosity. Interested? Curious. Kurizu quickly averts her eyes, but she doesn't let go of my arm. You're interested, aren't you? You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward? Just a little. Then I shall answer. The IBM 5100 is the key to unlocking SCRN's most closely guarded secrets. SCRN? You mean the SCRN? Indeed. Through the tireless efforts of my faithful lab mems, we have uncovered evidence that SCRN is researching time travel. Come, be astonished. Great. I shouldn't have asked. Kurizu gives me a cold glare, then lets go and starts walking away. This time she's gone for good. Damn you. Just you watch. I will expose SCRN secrets if it's the last thing I do. Happy Pride Month! The next day, I decide to hit Akiba's computer parts stores. I did as much as I could yesterday after parting with Kurizu, but no luck. Any new emails? Finding an IBM 5100 is obviously going to be a huge pain in the ass. I'm standing in the narrow tunnel that runs besides the Rodicon building. Small shops selling everything from motherboards to resistors to vacuum tubes line both sides of the tunnel. Here lie the vestiges of the old electric town, Akiba's conscience, so to speak. Casual otaku usually avoid stores like these. It's a holy land that only true fanatics can enter. Not that I'm an expert on computer parts. Furthermore, these shops only sell parts, so it's actually kind of silly to be searching for a whole PC here. Still, something about the sight of all these electronics gets my blood pumping. I have to hide my excitements to retain my dignity. If a storekeeper yells, "Hey kid, you're 10 years too young for this stuff," I'll have no choice but to run. Fortunately, no one has yelled at me yet. In fact, the storekeepers seem to be ignoring me. They must be more open-minded than I thought, or maybe they just don't care. I search each store in turn, but turn up neither nor hide nor hair of an IBM 500. The ringing of my phone draws a sharp look from the nearest storekeeper. I force a smile and run outside. Woo, that was close. I ignored a phone call. I probably shouldn't go back in there today. Wait, I want to go back. Wait, I want to call her. Man. We're answering that phone call.
あれは暗号。 もしもし、俺だ。
It's me. What's up?
直通回線でかける
I
なと
thought
言
I
ったは
told
ず
you
だ。
not to contact me
盗
on
聴
this
されてい
line.
る可能性があるの
It
だ
could
ぞ。
be tapped. Oh, what?
うかつな真似はするなと言って
I'm
いる。
telling you to not be so careless. Anyway, give me a sit rep. Okarin, Miyushi doesn't know what that means.
要するに何の用だと
I'm
言ってい
asking
るの
why you're calling. Why didn't you just say that? What are you doing now?
作戦行動中だ。
Executing the mission. Executing the mission? The missus?
作戦行動中。
The mission. I'm looking for an IBM 5100. Well, why didn't you say that? Mayushi heard something amazing just now. Wanna hear?
有益な情報。
If it's valuable information, then by all means. Well, then come to me, Queen. I'll be waiting.
おい、電話で
Hey,
話せ。
tell me over the phone. Hey, Mary.
なぜわざわざ
Who do I have to go all the way to me, Queen? I complain, but it's less than a 10-minute walk. Whatever. I haven't had lunch, so I guess I'll leave you on there. There's a handwritten sign outside May Queen that says, "Today's the Ferris Cup, Nyan." Oh, I'm trying to figure out what that means. Oh, Karin! Mayuri trots up to me in full maid regalia. She has a convenience store bag in hand. Mayushi went to the convenience store during lunch break. Then Mayuri takes out her pocket watch, pocketing. She checks the time. Now there's only 5 minutes left. Mayuri squats next to the stairs.
それはご苦労。
Good work. So,
ね、
what was that amazing thing you heard? Before that, food. She takes some fried chicken out of the convenience store bag as she speaks. The aroma of the chicken stirs my appetite.
一個くれ。
Let me have one. Okay. She skewers a piece of chicken on a toothpick and holds it out for me. Here you go.
店先でよくそん
You
な
can't
真
do
似が
that
で
in
きる
front
な。
of the store.
メイド
You're
としての
supposed to
自
be a
覚が
maid.
足らんぞ。
So,
お前はここでは椎
here,
名真由里で
you're
はな
not
く
Shina Mayuri, but Mayushi Nyan Nyan.
なのに店先で俺に
You can't say ah in front of
な
the
どということ
store.
をするのは
Your
この店を訪れ
customers
る
are
全ての
going
ご
to
主人様たち
see
に対す
that
る
as
裏切
an
り行為と
act
み
of
なされるだろう。
betrayal. Oh, Mayushi didn't think of that. But that said, I take the chicken off the toothpick by hand and throw it into my mouth. Delicious. Not as good as juicy chicken number 1, though. Well, what was that amazing thing you heard? Oh, right. Actually, it's about the IBM 5100.
まさか
You found a lead? Of course it wasn't. It was at May Queen. I can't believe I missed it. No, it's not. That's silly. Damn, don't get my hopes up like that. Mayuri has a triumphant look on her face, but I don't see where this is going at all. Mayushi was thinking of the IBM 5100 during work, so I asked the other girls if they knew anything. Oh, don't tell me that the girl is part-time warrior. Secret. That's a secret. Where do you think? If you get it right, I'll take you out anywhere. Anywhere reachable by bicycle, that is. Take a guess. By the way, no hints. It won't let me guess. And then there's Lisa-chan, but she only knows about the latest PCs. And she's actually a Mac head. Just get to the point. I don't really care how much trouble you went through. Huh? Well, I think Ferris-chan knows. What? Is that true? Yup. Did you know she's a retro PC maniac? Ferris? That girl is seriously hardcore. I'd prefer to stay away from her if possible. But I'm really desperate for information. I take out my phone and put it to my ear. It's me. Looks like we've got a lead on the IBN 5100. Are you ready for this? It's Ferris Nyan. It turns out that Cat Girl's an expert on retro PCs. There's probably another side to this. Let's keep our eyes peeled. I suppose I'm the only man for the job. Very well. I'll make the approach. If you don't hear from me by 2,000 hours tonight, then forget about me and commence the strike on May Queen. Everything is the choice of Stein's game. You said that's the name of the game. I put away my phone, grab another piece of chicken, and look up at May Queen's window. Ah! I didn't say you could have that too. Well done, Mayuri. I'll see that your information is put to good use. Hey, chicken. By the way, what's this Ferris cup about? Hey, chicken. Mayuri is stuffing the remaining chicken into her mouth as fast as she can. There are tears in her eyes. Come on, it was just 2. Well, whatever. I'm uneasy about the lack of intel, but the mission must go on. Wait here, Mayuri. If I don't return within the hour, go home immediately. Understood? I can't. I have to go back to work. Anyway, let's leave Mayuri to her chicken and begin the approach. Welcome, Master. When I enter the cafe, it's fully occupied, unlike usual. Is Koryoma gonna join too? Today's the Ferris Cup. Yeah. Doesn't look like she plans to explain what that is. I take my phone out again. It's me. Run a search on the place, on the Ferris Cup. What? A battle to the death where the winner gets to use Ferris however he pleases? Looks like I've stepped into one hell of a mess. No, there's no problem. I'll survive. By any means necessary. Hillside calm. I put away my phone and returned to Ferris. The Ferris Cup is a battle royale, isn't it? No, yeah, it's a cat eat cat battle royale where the winner gets to make Ferris's sleep. Yeah. No, you can't claw at each other's throats over Ferris. Yeah, please stop. Yeah. Ferris starts crying and wiggling her body. That's some pretty good acting, but of course no one here is killing anyone. Kilma, please. Yeah, stop them. Don't worry, there's nobody for me to stop. Everyone's sitting silently in their seats. Nevertheless, the atmosphere here is different. I sense bloodlust in the air. No, seriously. What's the Ferris Cup? That's the Rhina thing. A paw-to-paw contest with Ferris, yeah. Ferris goes at it with everyone at the same time, yeah. Reward goes to those Ferris finds worthy, yeah. I gulp and look at Ferris hard.
フェイリス
Ferris, are you serious? Going at it with a look. But Ferris grins. A thing like tooth peeks out from her glistening red lips.
このままじゃフェイリスは
If you don't do something, Ferris is gonna become everyone's plaything. Yeah.
今日もフェイリスを助けてにゃ。
断る
にゃにゃ。
俺は戦うつもりなどない
I didn't come to
ただ
fight.
お前に話が
I only came to talk to you.
参戦しない
If you're not going to play, then I'm sorry, but I'll have to ask you to leave, Nya.
メイドの分際でご主人様を
What's
帰ら
this, a maid sending a customer away?
今日のフェイリスは
Ferris is the
イギリスの主催
organizer
者なのにゃ。
of the Ferris Cup today. Only participants are allowed inside the shop, Nya.
話は2分で済む
I only need 2 minutes. The IBN.
聞かない
Not listening, Nyan. I'm gonna leave. I think mostly because my computer makes me stop streaming whenever I hit exactly 2 hours and 4 minutes. So I've just been trying to beat it, honestly. I don't know how to fix it to make it stop, but I'm going to raid Allie. Let's raid Allie again. Okay, we're raiding Allie. Meow. Well, thank you for joining me. I will see you guys next time. Bye, chat.